Aloha guys, this is JohnRemus.com TV. I want to offer you a brief overview of me, what I'm about. So we can just look at my business card and see. It says Mr. John A. Remus. I like to use the name Mr. because it adds an element of formality and that I'm not casual about my interactions. I'm serious. I want to have big stuff happen, important stuff happen, and that all happens when you add an element of professional formality. And then it says the Music Entertainment Group. That, of course, referring to this selection of ideas that I've come up with revolving around the way people entertain each other, present food, and how the social environments are created for people to have an experience, and whether it's nightclubs, lounges, and restaurants, and even art centers and beyond. And then we have the new relationships.com, that of course referring to all my series of reasonings about how we can more precisely define our relationships in order to have more enjoy life. And I have my contact here. You feel free, mrjohnaremus@gmail.com, for any suggestions, ideas. I also have this quick reference on the back of the card. I'll read it to you. So number one, this is the quick about new relationships and social strategies. Number one, to question who, what, where, when, and why. Number two, if yourself or others are upset, offer and seek space. Number three, at the point that you feel you're safe, do some visualization instead of just randomly letting the ego take over with negative thinking. Visualize bright light and smiles, even for people that you dislike. You could also listen to smart conversations even on YouTube, or anything to make sure that you're focusing the mind in a positive and constructive manner. And number four is to activate your own chakras. Don't give your power away. I think that the first chakra is your needs, which you can meet yourself instead of hoping or wanting someone else to meet them. Then you have your sexual desires that can be meted via masturbation. That's activation via orgasm. And number three, your third chakra is your want for power, and you actually give that energy away if you hope that others are going to reassure you or do things for you or agree with you. Don't give that power away. You can do all those things yourself. You can, on number five, you can even remove fear and envy from. You want to be able to look at people and say, I care about this person, I care. And obviously you have to be defensive practically in situations, but often you can glance kindly at people throughout the day, and what you do is you remember your each incarnation. You remember that it's all about investing in the future incarnations, and it's not about sensual desires, sensory gratification. That's like a drug. That's the Maya of existence. That's not really who we are. We are consciousness. We are the heart chakra. We're not the lower chakras. Just remember that you're everything and all that is. Number six, for your dream mate, give and invest passion in your dreams, not randomly. Your energy, you can invest in your own dreams, and of course that of your quote-unquote dream mate. Even if you're not with them now, in the future you will be. So, even if not in this lifetime. Like if you don't think your body's attractive or it can achieve nice sexual intimacy, or then it's okay. Just be patient, enjoy this life and other enjoyments it has to offer, and then find beauty. That's the secret. You find beauty in maybe in a fancy watch, maybe in your refinements of your technical abilities or work ethics, or in celebrating others. And you can do that. You can invest in other people's so that their grandchildren will be you in your next incarnation. You can do that. That's playing God. That's what we are. Number 7, your dream team, quote unquote. These are people who truly like you, and they're equal and true family. They're not father and son. They're not uncle and nephew. They're not grandson and grandfather. They're not these relationships would imply hierarchy and subservience and dominance. Instead, they're more than that. They're equality. They're a fellow brotherhood and sisterhood of a group of people. And a note that these are people who commit to each other, and they are going to live in a similar place throughout their life. And I would say groups that consist of 5, 10, 50, maybe 100, maybe 200 people at most. I'd say these are all people who meet on a regular weekly basis and are like a real family. Then you have number 8, professional friends. People you're willing to work with but not associate with casually. And you don't want to change or impress them. They're just people who you say, okay, that person's them. They're different than me. I respect them. They have their strengths and weaknesses, but we are able to meet and work together, and they're competent. And you can categorize many people like this, thousands that even if you're biologically related legally to some persons, doesn't mean that they're going to be your family. Maybe they're just professional friends, or maybe they're number 9, people who are an unknown or a threat. People that you want to disassociate with because they are not respectful of your beliefs and lifestyle. And so, number 9, unknown or threatening people. This is another category of people. These are people who you want to be ready for, to analyze them, watch their hands, watch their movements. You may need to avoid them, or you may want to just offer them a courtesy and see how that goes. You may need to engage in fight or flight with them. So be ready and take some initiative and manage you, not trying to control others and not hoping that others will take care of you. So that's a quick reference. Thanks for considering, and if you'd like my music collection, about 1,500 nice songs that I've aggregated over the course of time, upbeat club songs, hype music, cool top hits, let me know. Thanks for considering, and aloha.